Look inside many of the nation's environmental organizations and you'll see one thing is often lacking: diversity. While many minority communities share a disproportionate amount of the nation's toxins and pollutants, you will rarely find people of color in environmental leadership positions. But one person stands out among the rest. He's the nation's only African-American riverkeeper.
One is there continual discharges to the river that actually do up the level of pollution there. Its proximity to this small African-American town, the smallest municipality in the state actually, town of Eagle Harbor.
He's never been known to shy away from controversy. Patuxent Riverkeeper Fred Tutman has taken on some of the biggest polluters in the region, often well-versed and quite eloquent when calling for change.
They're hoping to actually do a pollution trade where they can continue polluting here, but lower their discharges on a plant they own elsewhere in another watershed, which we think is shocking and unjust and unfair. Kind of a poster child for environmental justice, you know?
But Tutman is in the minority of those who guard the nation's waterways. He's the only African-American riverkeeper in the country.
This kind of fell on me. I just learned of the movement and was excited about protecting my home river. The fact that I'm the only African-American riverkeeper, you know, that hasn't always been true. There have been others that have come and gone at this particular moment in time, but I think that could change at any moment in time. And I don't know if it's indicative of anything at all, frankly. I don't know if it's indicative of something really important, except I think I have a snapshot on the African-American experience with the environment, which typically is a little different.
Tutman grew up on a Prince George's farm near the Patuxent River and is intimately familiar with a waterway he's authorized to protect.
Well, I work the whole track of the Patuxent River. Right now we're in southern Prince George's County. Pretty wild and remote place, really. A lot of this land around you is in public preservation. It's got permanent easements on it. It'll never be built. But we've also got 36 wastewater treatment plants, all of them in the northern, central or northern parts of this river, none in the southern part. We're in an estuary that has oysters and crabs that are affected by upstream uses like growth, huge amounts of growth.
While the environmental movement may have a reputation as being wealthy and white, Tutman says people of color have long been involved in issues, but in a different way.
I actually find that African Americans and people of color generally are working in their own movements. They're doing strictly local work. They're doing work that's not funded. They're doing work that sometimes has a lot more bandwidth, I think, than the popular issues that dominate white movements. You know, climate change and saving the bay and things like that. I think African Americans fight disparities. We don't see all things the same way. We don't see clean water the same way, clean air the same way. These are circumstantial things. The environment is circumstantial to you personally. There's no one single environmental experience.
And if you'd like more information on how to get involved with the organization, you can log on to paxriverkeeper.org.